Okay. Okay. I hope you're working with Oracle. Okay, that's good. About data science in general. Okay. So Tushar is looking for what kind of skills are required. Okay. Okay. Yes. Correct. 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 Okay. So let's start with the session from today. I am well aware of what your expectations are for this for today. So what all we will be covering in the session today would be, first I'll discuss what are the roles in data science, what would be the preparation strategy required to transition in this role, what kind of skills are required, how can you prepare your resume, how to apply, and finally some bonus tips from my side. And then we can have a small questionnaire, small discussion around the questions or doubts that you guys have. So firstly, do you guys know about me? Right. My name is Neha. Anything apart from my name? Okay. Uh, yes, I am working as a data scientist. Thanks, Anushka, for that. So, quick introduction from my side. So, I've completed my graduation in computer science from Punjab University. My master's is from BITS Pilani in data science. In my professional journey, I started with Infosys in 2016, and currently I'm working with Impetus. And so far, my role has been as a data scientist. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well, and we can connect there also. Then now we already had a discussion. I already had a discussion with you guys. So maybe you can introduce yourself, like what kind of technology you guys are working upon. That will give me a brief idea of, what is your tech stack. Okay, Yogesh is working in Infosys. Okay, Rakesh is a student joining. Varun is in third year of MSc Data Science. Akshat is has a background of Java, Python, HTML. Kavin is into blockchain development, quite interesting. Okay. Vijay is a software specialist. Nice. Dia, I won't say, I mean, I won't like to judge any college. I don't know if there is any preference for MCA in any college for AIML. Um, I am not the right person to answer that. So maybe you can just look for the options, how the alumni of that college has rated their curriculum and so on. I mean, my general perspective is I go through the curriculum of the college and then decide whether it suits my needs or not. So, okay, so let's move forward. Um, so the common questions that generally people ask me, so is something like, how should I handle 90-day notice period? What should be the roadmap of data science? What kind of practical knowledge or skill set do I require? What kind of projects, I should write in my resume? How should I prepare my resume? Are there any open source tools, any free tools? What kind of skills are required? How can I apply for a job? So all these questions are what my mentees ask me. So how many of you have such kind of questions in your mind today for since you joined this session today? Um, I would advise you that we'll take the questions in the end. I don't want to miss any questions from you all. So let's act right now. Give me 20 to 30 minutes. Let me finish off with all my slides. Hopefully that will answer your questions. If not, in the remaining 30 minutes, we'll have a quick Q&A round. Okay? Okay. Okay. Avinash have some of the questions. Yes, Akshat, definitely MCA students can become data scientists. There is no, perfect stream which says that only they can become data scientists. Kriti, I hope you can hear my voice. I am sharing my PPT, and uh, you should be able to hear my voice as well. Everybody, can anyone like write yes if they can hear my voice? Okay, that's great. That's great. So, Pratik, you maybe you can join the meeting again if you are not able to hear my voice. Okay. Okay. So, as someone previously said, why data science has become so popular. So, data science right now is the sexy job of 21st century. So, what are the various roles in data science? So we have various roles in data science like data scientist, data analysis, data engineer, machine learning engineer, business analysis. So the difference between all these roles is basically what kind of tech stack they are basically using. So if I have to start with data scientist, so data scientist is a very umbrella term. It's a very generalized term which involves a lot of functions. Then it comes data analyst. Now, data analyst, so as you can see that it has to analyze the data. So for this, basically, visualization kind of things happen. So next is data engineer. So they basically take care of the engineering side, basically how particular project will be deployed. You might have heard something called pipelines. So this is what data engineering takes place. Then there is machine learning engineer. So machine learning engineer is someone who helps in building the models, the machine learning models. So these are so many roles that have been divided. But the thing is, it's not like what machine learning engineer does. Maybe the business analyst does not know that or does not do that. There is no one skill set that machine learning will do this only and business analyst will do this only. No, their skills, their roles, they actually they can overlap. They can do same thing. They can have the same skill set, but it's just that the description, the designation of their role is different. Okay. So how should you prepare for a data science role? So let's, start from the very scratch that, as some of you have joined me from a non-IT or a non-data science background. So how should you start? How should you prepare to transition in a data science role? So firstly, first step is that you should strengthen your skill set. Okay. So first comes mathematics. So in mathematics, we basically cover three things: statistics, calculus, and algebra. So how many of you are from maths background? Type maths in the chat. Okay, okay. Yes, we have a couple of people from maths. So the maths that you probably studied in 10th, 11th, 12th. So that is what is, focus here also. Like you might have heard about calculus, multiplications, vectors. So these are the things that we use here also. In statistics, it basically makes up the simple, mean, mode, median. All the concepts revolve around mean, mode, median and algebra, as you already know. So, our machine learning models that we use. So, the mathematics behind the machine learning models is basically, based on statistic calculus and algebra. Okay. So, next is what kind of programming language you need to learn for becoming a data scientist. So there are various languages: Python, Scala, C, C++. But I would suggest that start pick up one language. Like the most popular option would be Python. Take up one language, and what happens is that whenever you join a company, they have their own system, they have their own projects, so they give you ample amount of time to learn whatever language they have adopted. So I myself, I started with Python, and when I got chance in unformed projects. So I have also worked on a project on Scala. That before joining that project, I did not know Scala at all. I had to learn Scala from scratch in that project. And same is with R also. So right now, like I'm working on a project on R, I would say that I had zero knowledge about R. I just knew the name that a language called R exists. But I did not know anything. But that is what I tell you that, in IT, You cannot know each and everything. You will be given time because people know that there are so many technologies. You will need time to, study all these. So support will be given to you. So Anushka, my tech stack, Amrita, my tech stack basically is that as a data scientist, I have worked across various projects, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and computer vision. Some of my projects were also on cloud. So I have worked on AWS and Azure. My programming languages have been Python, R, Scala. Um, I have worked on databases also mainly through SQL. I have visualization experience also through Power BI, Alteryx. And as per my roles and responsibilities, I have worked as an individual contributor. Individual contributor is a role where you are the only person who's taking care of the entire project. And there is a second role where I have worked as either a team lead. So in my as a team lead, I handle few juniors or a few of my colleagues where we together, produce a project. So, so I guess it's not something that is AWS better or Azure. It's what the client wants. If the client asks you that I want the project in AWS, you will have to take forward AWS only. And again, with respect to cloud, also, same goes with a programming language. It can just you can learn on the go. There are so many ample resources available. It's so open source that you don't need to cram anything. Thank you so much, Akshay, for comprehending my communication skills. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move ahead with respect to the skill set in AI. So AI is basically a domain which has, further bifurcations. So we have things like machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision. But what do these individually mean for? So machine learning is the very, I would say, basic knowledge that you should have. Like before jumping onto deep learning, NLP, or computer vision, you must know, you must learn machine learning. Machine learning is basically that you help the model to predict that how it should perform. You are making the model to learn how it should behave on the data that you are making it learn upon. Then second comes deep learning. So deep learning is just like machine learning. It's just that I would say it is somewhat a complex or an advanced version of machine learning. Further comes another bifurcation, that is NLP, that is natural language processing, in which we take care of a data which is basically in form of text. And finally, we have computer vision. So computer vision is something that is helping us to handle the data which is of images. Okay. Then next is your data communication skills. Now see, once you know what is the technology, it's not that you only want to do the work in the back end. You want to represent yourself also. You need to come forward and acknowledge that this is something that I did. And you need to make someone explain. So obviously your business stakeholders, your clients, they will not be data scientists all the time. There would be some non-technical person also. So if you have created a model, if you have created a dashboard, you have created some, charts or some, pictorial representation, you need to make them understand what does this stand for. So for this skill, you need basically two things. First is data intuition. You should yourself know what the data is, what does data stand for. The second is data visualization. So in data visualization, you need to know how you can represent your data. So these are few of the tools like Alteryx, Tableau, Power BI, stars, statistics, Excel, SQL. So all these things can help you in building up your data communication skills. Then next is what kind of data science tools you need to master for this role. So up till this point, any questions with respect to what kind of skill set do you guys can have? So any questions, any doubts with respect to skill set till now? Okay, I'll take that. No questions, then I'll move forward. Okay. So programming tools, as I previously discussed, that you can either use Python or R. So preferably, I would say go with Python because maximum times your interview is based on Python. So prepare that that your knowledge, your programming should be based on Python. Then we have some tools. So these are we call frameworks. So scikit-learn, Onyx, TensorFlow, PyTorch, MXNet. These are some various frameworks and tools that help us in conducting machine learning model. Then the most important thing is that you should know your limitations. Till this slide, you have seen that there are so many things that you need to learn as a skill set in your machine learning knowledge. Now, the most key important thing is don't get afraid by this such a number of huge list. I myself have taken literally 7 years to learn all these things. So you cannot learn all these things in 7 days, 7 weeks, or 7 months. You need time. So you should know that, despite your education skills, don't take it upon your ego that, I was a topper in 10th or I was a topper in college. How can I not know all these things? It's okay if you don't know anything. Just learn to accept things because people know that this is such a wide variety of field, and you can say that I don't know this question, and you can, that will be okay. Definitely, sorry, because you have very rightly said that it's like a sea. So we just need to invest time. We just need to give our time, because what matters is quality and not quantity. They don't want to see a big list of skills that you have written in your resume. They want to see that even if you have written only two things, then you should be a master in those two things. Yeah, very funnily said. Yes, Avinash, just keep adding layers. Yes. So now it's time for interview preparation. So firstly, resume building. So your resume is, your, I would say, agent who is representing you, because the HR, the interviewer, they have never met you, they have never seen you. So what you write in your resume is actually the representation of you. So your resume will sell you. So you need to make sure that, you are writing only the required things in your resume. So you need to discuss your projects, your work, or your internship experience. Even the people who have joined me today from who are in college right now, you can write your internship projects. And even if you have done some self projects, so you can just write those projects also. But since you are in college right now, you need to make them believe that even though you don't have any industry experience, you are equally capable. But how can you do that? You cannot tell them that I studied 10 hours a day, that's why you should keep me. No, your proof of doing all the work would be, reflect and put up all those projects on GitHub, and put that GitHub link in your LinkedIn profile or in your resume, so that if I am the interviewer, I open your resume, I see a GitHub link. I will go to your GitHub link, and when I see, oh my God, this person has done this project, I will be impressed by you, because literally I have taken almost 100 interviews till date. I'll really tell you that I go and see what is their LinkedIn, what is their GitHub. I hardly see people putting up their projects, and that is a big, pet peeve for me. I would say that if you are working in tech, how can I know that what are your technical skills? At least, uh, you know, give me one project, two projects, some, projects that you have done. Because whatever you have written in the projects section of your resume, I cannot say that, because I was not working with you in that company. So I need some proof of concept. Okay. Next, the most important thing is, whenever you create your resume, always create your resume in a PDF file, because an interviewer, he might open your resume on his tablet, on his laptop, on his phone. Now the problem with a Word format is that if they open the resume on a tablet or on a phone, the formatting gets it gets disappeared. So because of that formatting thing, if that interviewer is having a bad day, he will reject you straightforward, because he's like, I'm not able to read what is written in this resume because of bad formatting. So it's better to keep your resume in a PDF format that will actually look sophisticated also, because nothing will get here and there in your resume. Whosoever can see it wherever they can see it. Okay, keep your resume to one page, and You can get your resume reviewed by industry experts, whosoever you think that you can refer to. You can even through my mentorship support, we can even connect and discuss. I can help you out with how you can create your resume or how you can refine your resume for your interview preparation. Next is free resume building resources. So I know about these two resources, that is Canva and LaTeX. Do you guys know about these resources, or there are any other resources do you know about which are free resources? So Soikat uses Resume mode. Okay. Okay. Dia suggests Novo Resume. Okay. So Dia and Soikat, these are free sources, right? Okay. It's the best resource. Okay. Unacademy AI Resume Builder. Okay. Okay. Akshay has attached the link also for the resume builder, resume.io. You guys can also mark that also as a resume builder resource. Because what I have seen through Canva, and I'm hoping that these other tools will also have it, that these tools actually have templates. So you can just pick up a template and you can enter, your information in the template. So that way, you don't need to, do any formatting or just enter your data in there. Okay. Yeah, Rakesh, I think I also find Overleaf as one of the best resources because it is providing latex-based resume. So, yeah. Yes, Kavan, you can include your open source contribution in resume. So even if you are doing some competitions through Kaggle, or if you did some, for example, you are working in telecom and you thought of something on telecom. So, and you built some model or you built some visualization dashboard. You just add it to your GitHub and then add that link to your LinkedIn, LinkedIn also, and your resume also. So this will actually show your innovativeness also, that you don't go by the book. You are an innovator. Whatever data will be given to you, you can just mold it and create a model or a visualization also. Yes, Word is also there. In Word also there are templates, but I actually think that the templates in Word are less, or maybe I that was my experience. So that's why I use Canva or LaTeX. Actually, I would say that adding certification of courses, one tip I would say that, since interviewer will not have much time, he has his own projects also, he has his own work-life balance also. So he would want that, he just opens your resume and it should make a good impression. If he finds that, 2 or 3 pages resume is there, he will be like, oh my God, I have to read so much. Oh, no, 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 I'm bored already. So you just need to catch the interviewer's attention quickly. So I would suggest that, keep a 1 page resume, put your skill set, that what all skills do you need, then put all your projects what you need, put your education qualification from where you did graduation or masters, then a small introduction about you, that what kind of roles and responsibility you have already done and what are you looking for. Okay. And if you have done certifications, I would say the certification of courses, they actually do not matter. I have seen people writing in their resume, I'm a certified machine learning engineer, I'm a certified deep learning engineer. And I ask them that who is certifying you? Because technically there is no certified machine learning concept in the market. You are being certified because XYZ organization is giving you a certificate of their course. That actually does not matter to me at all. What I matter is if you put some capstone project of that course in your project section. I don't want to see certified learning engineer from ABC Learning School. I want to see I did a capstone project as part of ABC Learning School, which is a machine learning project. Okay. So, Jatin, how much DSA is important for interview? So, I would say that for service-based industries, DSA you require is very basic DSA. Like you should know how basic concepts work. How, since we are talking about the language Python, firstly you should know about the Python, how Python works, what are the tools, the libraries in Python, because some companies take first round as the coding interview round. So if it's a very good company, they might ask you lead code based questions. Like I have given interviews of PayPal, Expedia, etc. So they actually ask you lead code questions as a first round. So you can prepare that as side by side. But at the same time, maximum service-based industry will only ask you very basic Python coding questions, not exactly lead code-based questions. So Ayusha asks, is MTech necessary to take up machine learning as a career? No, Ayusha, doing MTech was my personal choice. It's not, they don't actually require you to do MTech. Okay, even if you see my BTech is not in data science, my BTech is in computer science. And if I have to honestly tell you that um, data science is basically something of analyzing. Okay, they even take up people who are from economics background, from mathematics background, because what basically matters to a company, an interviewer, is you should know some coding, and whatever I will teach you in my project, you should be able to grasp that. So they just want that you should be capable enough to learn things. They don't want that if you would already know everything that they have to teach you, why will you go to their company? You will go to a next level company, right? So you just need to be prepared with a very basic skill set, and I would say practically, not exactly theoretical. So Chandar asking, ma'am, in what way DSA will help us in industry? Why? So Chandar, DSA basically helps you to code your project. So for example, you write a code in 10 lines, but through DSA, you remember some coding technique which can reduce your 10 lines to maybe 8 lines or 5 lines. This actually creates a very big difference when you talk in terms of production, because a small one line change also can reduce your time of computation for your project. So this is why DSA is actually important for your production work for industry. So Akash Goyal asked, from where to start, ma'am? I want to prepare for internship. So Akash, I would say that start firstly take up a programming language, then take up the machine learning algorithms. So stick to machine learning. Once you are thorough with machine learning, then you can start applying for the internship. Parallelly, you can continue with your deep learning skills also. So Lakshmi Narayan is saying that the reason I asked the previous question is when I tried checking ETS compatibility of minimalistic resume from Canva, the score was very low. So Lakshmi Narayan, the reason probably might be also because in Canva, you have some graphical arrangement. So sometimes these ATS compatibility tools, so they are not able to read the graphical data in Canva. So that's why they read that graphical representation, I mean the Canva resume, as a picture. So they are not able to convert it as, that is why they give a low score to your resume. Akash is asking, ma'am, please tell about internships. I'm in BTech. So Akash, I would say for internships, you can apply it through LinkedIn, Internshala, and Hirist, Insta Hire. So I'll talk about the applying jobs also in the next section. Okay. Arvind is asking, is project necessary or only project titles are sufficient? So Arvind, I'll tell you one thing. Firstly, you will get a call from an HR. Now, this HR is a non-technical person. So if you only write, let's say, weather prediction model, you are not writing description. How will she know? She has been given a list of skills to match in your resume. If she finds those skills in your resume, then only she will select you. Okay, so that's why you need to add a project description. And in that project description, make sure that you are adding the necessary skills. Okay, for example, this weather prediction model only. If you, this weather prediction model is some kind of classification problem. And in classification, what kind of algorithms you used? When you completed the model, then what was your accuracy score? What was the prediction you were doing? How did you deploy this model? You need to mention all these details, because again, it is actually very easy to impress the HR because they are non-technical people. You write difficult words, you write all the jargons in your resume. They will be like, oh my God, there was this candidate. I should have found him or her earlier. Okay, so please add your project descriptions in the resume, Arvind. Okay, Ashwakulla, DSA is data structure algorithms. Basically, coding, yeah, thanks, Lakshmi Rang, you've answered that. So Vijay Rangvi is asking, what are the skills required for data analysis mid-level roles? So Vijay, I would say that whatever a entry-level role requires, definitely that role is that skill set is included in mid also. But what is the added, skill in mid-level role is that you should not make same mistakes that entry-level people make, and as well as you should have some leadership qualities. Now, in entry level, you just have joined the company, you have just joined the industry. So they don't expect that you should have equal soft skills also. So uh, when you come to mid level roles, you should have the technical capability along with the soft skills. And when you go to the senior level roles, you should have technical, soft skill, as well as leadership capabilities. Okay. Akash, to grab placement for data analysis, firstly, whatever the placement support your college provides, please look into that. But I would say don't wait for your college placement. Look for your jobs on LinkedIn. I'll tell you how to be active on these things so that literally HR will come to you. They will message you. They will call you that I have this job. Are you free? Can we talk? Are you available for this job? Okay, let's talk in the next section. Um, okay. Virat, I think yes, you will be getting a recording of the session. So we'll let you know in the end of the session for it. Okay, let me just move ahead. I'll take the questions later on. Okay. So some do's of resume building is that just add some links. As I told that you need to add proper explanation, proper project description. Only add relevant projects to your resume. So, for example, you were earlier working in, let's say, operations, and now you have switched to data science. They are not interested to see your operations project. Whatever the role that you are applying for, only write the relevant skills, the relevant projects only in your resume. Okay, if you were previously a .NET developer, I don't want to see your .NET projects. I only want to see that now, since you're applying for a data science project, what do you have for me to look for? Why should I select you? Why should I select you who was previously in .NET versus someone who was in data science from starting only? Okay, so just add relevant projects, relevant skills only, and you don't have to add some extra things in your resume, like you know parents name, which place are you from, date of birth, or what are your hobbies. They are not looking for these things, because right now we are not building a relationship. We are just trying to see if you will be a fit for us or not. Okay, don't add any unnecessary stuff. Don't make any grammatical mistakes. You can just make use of the thesaurus through Microsoft Word, or through Grammarly. You can improve those mistakes. Okay, it's a resume, not a party invitation, so please don't add unnecessary graphics. And the most important thing, please don't lie on your resume. As I said earlier, quality matters over quantity. If you have written only 2 things, you should know those things, because if you write 10 things, believe me, interviewer will ask all the 10 things, because they will probably have 1 hour to ask you the questions. They will have 2 to 3 rounds to ask you the questions. Some or the other time, out of those 10 skills, at least 9 will come up. And it doesn't matter to them that out of so many things in the market, you only know 2 things. That is okay with them. But if in your resume, if you have written 10 things and you still don't know those, that is the thing that will make you, rejected from the job opportunity. Okay. Some more don'ts, that you don't have, if you don't know in technology, as I said, please don't list them. Don't use any personal pronouns. Don't write big paragraphs. Just write list. As I said, that your resume should be catchy. Okay, as soon as the interviewer sees your resume, they should be like that, oh wow, this looks like a very interesting person. Let me just talk him. Well, he already will be given 1 hour by the company to talk to you. He will be like, so what? I'll have a good conversation with this guy. So add something in your resume that catches his eye. Okay. So some additional resume tips. So Now, this is the thing that can literally convert your rejection to an acceptance. Okay. So always make sure that your resume is one page, because as I said, the recruiter or the interviewer, they will not have much time to devote on your 2 or 3 page resume. Okay, so just write basic skill set in your resume, and uh, whatever the more details that you want to add, as I said, put up your resume on your GitHub link, add all those details in your GitHub, like make that beautiful project copy like you do in college, or like you did in college way back. Beautify whatever way you want. So add those things in GitHub, add those things in LinkedIn. Okay, make a post on LinkedIn. Okay, whatever project you do, whatever project you put up in GitHub, make a post on LinkedIn. Something like, hi LinkedIn family, I recently analyzed this data set, I did some EDA, this is a dashboard that I created, this is the model that I created, I got this much accuracy. If anyone has some points to add, please, I'll be happy to connect. And add some necessary hashtags like hashtag data, data science, hashtag machine learning. And this way, believe me, people will come to know, okay, this guy is there. This person knows something about machine learning, because it needs courage to put up your work also. And they'll be like, yeah, he definitely knows something. So I should ask him, because I have this one open position in my company. I'll ping him. Hey, I saw your project on LinkedIn, and we are working on something similar. Are you interested for a job? See, you were not looking for a job, and a job just landed on your door. Believe me, through these all these steps only, I have got calls from Google, Facebook, Uber, Twilio, and LinkedIn, and PayPal, and Expedia. So this is a tried and tested formula. So believe me, it does work. Okay, now how to be ready for your interview. So the first step is start with the basic coding, okay, preferably Python. Then study some concepts on statistics, maths, probability. Then move on to Python Advanced, where you will study some libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. Start some machine learning algorithms. Parallelly practice them on Kaggle. Upload your practice notebooks on GitHub. Create a post on LinkedIn, highlight your projecting. Then do some mock interviews. You can either connect for mock interviews with your friend, or you can connect with me through my mentorship support, that the team will be sharing you a link with on after the end of this session. And finally, you can start applying for jobs. So parallelly, when you will be applying for the job, you can continue studying on deep learning and LP, computer vision, whatever other fields that you think are interesting in the market right now. Okay, now how to apply for jobs. So I would say these are the 4 portals that I find useful that actually have good jobs. So on Naukri and LinkedIn, these are definitely, I think you all must be knowing. So the other is Hirist and InstaHire. In Hirist and InstaHire, the thing is that companies have to pay some money to put up their jobs. This is as much as I know. So that's why only reliable companies or reliable job opportunities will be available on Hirist and InstaHire. So just make sure you have an account on this. And one more important thing, if you think you created an account today, you put up your resume today, 1 month after also your profile will be active. This is the biggest misconception. In all these platforms, you have to daily update your resume. And how can you do that? I would suggest every day either re-upload your resume, or in some description that you might have added on the portal, just add a full stop or remove a full stop every day. Like, do anything or something that way. You are active. um, Okay, so because see, just consider this, that Naukri.com, all these job portals, every person's profile is like a book. So you keep a book, second book, third book, fourth book, 4,000 book. If it will just go. So one by one. So what the first person who applied for the job, he will actually come at the last. So Naukri.com is not some saint, or Hirist is not some saint who's like, Soikat applied for the job on 1st April. So, I should make sure that he should get the job, by 10th April. No. If, Soikat applied on 1st April and he has not updated his profile, so, probably Ayusha will get the job, because Ayusha was daily updating her job profile. Okay. So I'll share my LinkedIn profile in the end, since I'm sharing my screen right now. So I'll share with you guys in the end, so you can just see that. Okay. Akshay is asking, ma'am, how we get notified for your next webinar. So definitely, Akshay, the pre-place team will let you know all these details, and we can connect in the next seminar soon. Or the team will be also sharing you the mentorship link also. You can actually connect with me through mentorship also. After this session, I will actually be taking 10 mentees to help them in all the preparation, in the interview preparation, resume preparation, in helping me all these things. Okay, so let's next move forward. Now, the biggest secret that no one tells you, how to get the job, how to transition into data science. Okay, the biggest secret is that treat your interview as a discussion. It's not a do or die situation. It's okay if you failed an interview. That's completely okay, believe me. You won't believe the first interview that I gave. Like, I was in my first company for 5 years. I was so afraid of giving an interview that, I was like, who will hire me? I have been in this company for 5 years and I have a comfortable job. Why should I need to interview? Or, I was fearful. What will they ask? What if I don't know? What if, they will say something that, oh, why did not know all these things? So these are all the fears that I myself had. And I I literally, it was very, very bad interview. My first interview was very, very bad. But believe me, I am very thankful to the person who took my interview. My interview realized that I was lacking in technical as well as my soft skill. Like, I was losing my confidence because I was not knowing the answer and I was stammering. So that my interviewer, she actually took my mock interview. She had an option that she realized in the first 30 minutes that I am not a suitable candidate for the interview. But she kept on asking me interviews for the 1 hour. Reason why? Because this is the thing that I learned from her, that you know you already know that the candidate is very afraid right now in this interview. So the best thing I can do for the interviewee is I can continue asking the questions, so that they will have a big set of questions. They will know that in the next company, or in the 20th company, or in the 100th company, what kind of questions can come. So one of the tip that I actually give to all my mentees is that, treat your interview as a discussion. Give as many interviews as you can, because see, you cannot find, so many people to give mock interviews. So what you can basically do is, anytime any HR calls you, see, do you know this skill set? Say yes. Yes to everything. I mean, you should know something. So don't think that, let me just schedule my interview for 1 week later. Believe me, you will not even study after 1 week also. Because if you will already have a date set of 1 day, of 2 days later, you will actually give the interview with full preparation, with whatever knowledge you have, because believe me, you are never prepared. So that's why just continue giving interviews, take it as mock interview. And very importantly, whenever you have an interview, record your interviews. And after the interview, just note down all the questions that were asked you, maybe something from your communication also. Because see, the first question in every interview is, okay, so hi Vijay, so shall we start with the interview? Can you introduce yourself? So you will be starting, hi, I'm Vijay. I have this much experience. I know this much in data science. I have done so and so certification. So this is a script. This will go on in every, interview. Then the second question that they always ask is that, okay, can you pick up some project from your resume, or, from your previous experience, so that we can have a discussion on it. So this is also something. Whatever you write in your resume, okay, make a parallel script. So for example, you created this prediction model, because in the resume, you can only add 2 to 3 lines. But In those 2 to 3 lines, an interviewer can ask 100 questions. So make a parallel script for your, in which you will be adding all these details about, what all things you did in the resume in your, okay. Then show different facets of your intelligence to simplify things. So as I said, see, the HR has never met you, the interviewer has never met you, but they should be like, oh, this Arvind guy, he looks so, interesting, I should definitely talk to him. HR, please schedule an interview, quickly with him. So, this is something that should do. Firstly, with your resume, and secondly, with your interview process. The confidence to give interview, the confidence to not, lose hope while giving interview. This will come gradually only. Believe me, as the saying goes, fall 10 times, then you will definitely stand up. So this is what will happen. One of my mentees, she actually transitioned from a 9 lakh LPA job to 21 lakh LPA job. And she has given almost 50 interviews. She was someone who could not refuse an HR who was not of her skill set also. Like, she was so afraid of saying no. And in this second last month of her notice period, she actually started saying no to the HRs who were lowballing her. So I had already told you, see, we will be targeting 20 to 25 lakhs as your target package. And she did it. I was not there with her in all the interviews. I was not there with her in the HR discussion. I only motivated her. I only gave her all these tips, and believe me, these tips helped her to convert from a 9 LPA job to a 21 LPA job. Finally, build some kick-ass portfolio projects. So as I said, that whatever domain you are in, build some projects on that. Because even if you are from manufacturing domain and now you have converted to data science, so as I said, build a dashboard, build a model, whatever you want, because that will show that this guy can do anything. If right now he did not had any exposure to data science, or he was working for some small company, what if he comes to us? He will do wonders. Let us just take him. Okay. And this will not happen in one day itself, in one night itself. As someone said that, you need to invest some time in it. So I would say, start today. Don't stop. Like, this is just like a gym membership. Okay. You should go to gym daily. And it's not like on first day itself, you will lose 10 kgs. No, it will take time. What it needs is consistency. So just continue applying for jobs, continue studying, and you will see all the effect in the 6 months. Finally, I would say network and be active. And I can very well see you guys already know this, because you guys have started sharing your LinkedIn profiles here. So you should network. So in networking, it's the most important thing. So two golden rules I'll tell you. Number one is, firstly, for Naukri, whenever you think you are ready, or whenever you think you have completed 60% of the syllabus, whatever you have in mind, okay, start applying for jobs. Naukri has this cap of 50, it only allows you to apply for 50 jobs, 50 jobs in one day. Okay, before 12 a.m., apply for 50 jobs. Whatever the job is recommended, just apply for it. Because believe me, 50 jobs in one day, that means 350 jobs in 1 week. Out of 350, you will only get calls from 10 jobs. So don't just think only the one which is the best. I will only apply for the best. There is nothing called best. There is no best industry. There is no best college. The college that can give you placement is the best college. The company that can give you a good money, a good package, is the good company. Okay. So firstly, daily apply for on the Naukri. Keep your profile always updated, and same goes for LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, in 1 week, you can send invitation to 60 people. So connect with people. If you know a data scientist, if you know a machine learning engineer, if you know a data analyst, just go to their profile, see who the friends they have, connect with them. And just send them an invitation saying, hi, I found your profile, can we please connect on a professional network? So just connect with people, build your follower count, because it's not like that this will you will become an influencer. No, we are actually just wanting a job right now. So you will have to put in the hard work for it. Okay, finally, let's summarize quickly. So the technical skills that you require would be like the projects, digital portfolio, introduction, resume, statistics. Then non-technical skills would be some communication skills, organization skills, critical thinking, teamwork, leadership skills, soft skills, etc. Okay, so I would love to help you guys. So I'll send you my LinkedIn link also. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Secondly, you can connect with me on Preplace. So as I said, I will be opening 10 slots from after this session, and I'll be picking only 10 mentees. So you can connect with me. I will help you in the transition, in the resume building, in the interview preparation. Okay. And finally, we can stay connected through the community as well. Okay. Now the forum is open for questions. So any questions that you guys have? I'll be happy to answer them now. Okay. So Kanishka is asking, can we start working as a fresher from something related to data science field like data scientist or analyst or ML engineer? Yes, definitely, Kanishka, you can. So it only what I said, that it only requires that you should have applied for that job, because job will not come on its own. It will not realize on someday that oh, this very sweet girl Tanishka is there. She is actually looking for a job. Let me just go and ask her if she is available. This will never happen. What you need to do is you should be there available in the market. The HR should already know that you are available in market. So keep your Naukri updated, keep your LinkedIn updated. On LinkedIn, there is one thing called open to work. So put your LinkedIn profile on open to work, and apply for jobs on all the job portals that I and all our friends have mentioned in the chat today. Okay, Pranavi is asking that data analytics versus data science. So Pranavi, data analytics is a very, I would say, small field. Small in the sense is that this is a very particular field which requires a very particular skills. So whatever all the skills that it requires are analytic skills, basically SQL, Power BI dashboard, visualization techniques, and so on. And data science is a very broad thing where you have all these things like data analyst, machine learning engineer, NLP engineer, deep learning engineer. So data science is an umbrella term, and data analytics is a very specific term. So Kiran is asking, is only SQL is enough to get a job? Kiran, yes and no. So it depends on what kind of role you are targeting. If you are targeting a SQL role or an analyst role, SQL is enough. But if you are targeting, let's say a machine learning engineer role, so you will require machine learning skills along with your SQL skills. So decide which role you want first of all. Next, Pranjal is asking, ma'am, how to prepare project. So Pranjal, you can, go to Kaggle. Okay, through Kaggle, you can, go through what kind of projects are available on the topics that you have studied. So that can give you an idea what kind of projects you want. Ashwakulla is asking how much package starts for DS. So Ashwakulla, I would say the package has no limit. Believe me, it does not have a limit. If you are right now earning zero, you can even ask for 20 lakhs. But you will have to justify why the company should give you 20 lakhs. And the company will give you 20 lakhs, believe me. Okay, so you just need to show why they even need to pay you 3 lakhs or why they need to pay you 30 lakhs. Next is, ma'am, percentage is important or not for data analyst? What kind of percentage, Minute? Akshay is asking, ma'am, is full stack compulsory for ML? Again, Akshay, my question is, what is full stack according to you? Is the knowledge of DSA required in data science? As I said, Manoj, DSA is required so that you can become a better programmer. DSA helps you in becoming a better programmer because it's help you to understand how you can optimize a code. Because data science is not different from software engineering. It is based on the frameworks of software engineering only, but it's just that it has some different algorithms for it. Okay. Next is, ma'am, I know DSA and CVB and basics of Python. Please tell something on it. So, Rupali, you already know DSA and you know Python. Why not pick up both of them? Why not start practicing DSA in Python now? Isn't it a good idea? So, let's explore that. Uh, Next is Udipan. Does Omdena projects help in getting jobs? Yes, Udipan, it can actually help you in jobs. But how will I get to know you have done some project? You need to put your project on LinkedIn or on your resume where I can stalk you. And I want to stalk you so that I can hire you for the next job in my company. So just add your project in the resume so that I get to know that you have done some project from whatever source it had been. Shri Ramya is asking, I want to be your mentee, ma'am. You're awesome. So thank you so much, Ramya, for that. Ramya, you can contact the pre-place team. They will be sending you my mentorship link after the session. Okay. There I have shared my LinkedIn profile. I'll just share it again. You can just connect with me on LinkedIn there. Okay. Okay. Jatin is asking how to crack good product-based company in college placement for front end roles. Jatin, I'm so sorry. I am not from front end background, so I am not the good person to comment on it. Pranjal is asking, ma'am, please tell some ideas to build project. So Pranjal, as I answered earlier also, that you can refer to Kaggle. So Kaggle is a website. I'll just ping the name in the chat also. So Kaggle is a platform where data scientists collaborate. So you will have some open source data set, you have some open source notebooks, and you have some competitions. And so this Kaggle is basically a learning platform where for data scientists especially. Just like Lead Code is there to practice coding, so Kaggle is there to practice your data science knowledge. Okay. Shivansh, for referral, you need to connect with people. How will, or you can ask people in the chat, they can refer you. Okay. Uh, Kirti is asking which site for projects. So, Kirti, you saw it that on Kaggle, you can just look or explore Kaggle and you will find some projects. Arvind, yes, recording will be provided to you at the end of session. You can contact with the pre-placed team. Tanbay, as a Python developer, what kind of coding questions are expected for Python developer roles? So Tanmay, as a Python developer, it goes needless to say that you should be well versed with Python, like all the data structures. Then you should be, well versed with how Lambda functions are used, how, you can optimize your code. Then I would say that as a Python developer, you will definitely have to brush up at least the easy and somewhat medium level questions. Okay. Pranavi is asking, according to you, which path is best, ma'am, data science or data analytics? Pranavi, I would say whichever pays is the okay. Anil is asking, learning Java and Python is enough for coding. Yes, Anil, is more than enough. You should know any one of them, believe me. Okay, Tanishka is asking, what if someone codes in C++ for DSA but has a basic idea of Python? So as I said, Tanishka, can we please join both of these? Like take the DSA from C++ and take Python. Add both of them. It won't take much time. You already know C++ as a language, DSA in C++. So you will not take much time to, add your DSA knowledge to Python. Okay, Pranjal is asking, do ma'am 1 year gap after BTech have a chance of to get a job? Definitely. We don't have a problem, Pranjal. You just need to justify why you took this 1 year gap. Okay, and you need to justify how you use this 1 year gap. I know there can be personal problems, medical problems, but you need to tell us that. Because if someone is having 1 year gap, we will first assume that this person was not interested in job at that time. Why will they be interested in doing a job now? What if they leave me now? So that's why you need to justify this gap. Okay. Um, Vijay is asking, just wanted to know how can we show a justified experience while doing a transition. So Vijay, the way you can justify is, as I told you, that I as an interviewer or any interviewer per se, firstly they will open your resume. If I find something relevant that you did or something that I had written in my JD and I can see in your resume, I'll ask the HR to contact you to schedule an interview with you. Then I probably might go and stalk your LinkedIn or GitHub. And if I find some attractive, some projects on your profile, and one more thing, as I said, that network. So let's assume I have this friend in some company, and that friend is your friend also on LinkedIn. So I think, oh, he knows this guy. Okay, let me just talk to him. Okay, so just network, put your projects, and be available in the market. That is what it only needs. Virender, yes, Python DSA is required. As I said, it makes you a better programmer. Shruti, for where to do projects at what level to start for beginners. So as you said, you are a beginner right now. So I only expect you to do beginner projects only. And as I mentioned, Kaggle is the website that you can use for the project. Mozin, to speak well in with fluency in a project, you will have to first fail in a project. Believe me. So give interviews, fail very, very badly. Because if you will fail badly, you will feel bad. If you will feel bad, you will improve upon it. You will work on yourself. And this will actually help you a lot. Okay. Okay, Sayed, you can contact the pre-place team for the PPT. Tejas is asking, is software engineering needed for data science? Because while building the project, it has a lot of files to be created. Yes, Tejas, as you yourself said, that a lot of files are created. How to, organize all those things, how to optimize your code. So software engineering skills will be required. Deepak, to describe your project in a resume. So let's say you did a machine learning interview, machine learning project. So I would like to see what kind of skills you have used of machine learning. Okay, whatever the technical jargon will be there. So I'll give you a hint even for this. See, open the JD. Okay, in the JD, whatever the technical words they have written, whatever the technical skills that they're asking for, just arrange your project around those technical things. Okay. Arvind is asking, do we notify interviewers that we would be recording the interview? No, Arvind, your recording they will be recording for themselves on their teams. I would suggest you record your interview on your phone. Okay. You don't need to inform anybody about the recording because this is what you are doing for your own practice. Okay. Just make sure that that beep doesn't come up, that um, we have started recording the session or so on. I mean, it should not hinder your call at all. So it should not look like cheating. You are not doing any cheating. You are just recording your own interview so that you can practice later on. You can see what mistakes you did. Okay. Tanmay is asking, many companies do not prefer Python for SD roles. So is C++ also needed? Tanmay, I would say that the companies who are doing research work, they ask for C++. But I have never seen that, since I have maximum background of Python, then somewhat in Scala and R also. So nobody has ever told me that, Neha, you are not eligible for this because you don't know C++. Because as I said, you cannot know each and everything. So companies just want to see that, you should know something. I'll give you one fun fact. I think all of your dream companies would be Google, Amazon, Microsoft. Whatever technologies they use, they are not open source. Whatever things you will be doing in Google, Microsoft, Amazon, they are their own technology. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows it outside. So if you know Python today and you become a data scientist in Google tomorrow, whatever you have used till date, you will never use it in Google. So it is not that what you need today will not be, you don't need to be prepared for each and everything. Okay. Venkat is asking, is it right to give our coding platform link on our resume? Venkat, not on your resume, but please do mention it on your LinkedIn. Because as I said, resume should be only one pager. You cannot add each and everything there, but add your coding platform link on your LinkedIn. Okay. Three things I want on your resume is, one is your LinkedIn profile, one is your GitHub link, and the third would be if you have some website of your own. Okay, Kirti is doing BCA right now. Should I go for MCA further or a job? Kirti, I would say that you can go for a job also. But if you want to do higher studies, then only please go for MCA. Otherwise, you can start looking out for a job. That's not an issue. Okay. Akshay is asking how to get job as a fresher in data science. Akshay, the four platforms that I mentioned, Naukri, Hirist, InstaHire, and LinkedIn, you can get a job there. You can get a job as a fresher, as a mid-level, as a senior level, any level job you can get from there. Okay. Akshay is asking how to be good at communication skills. Like you, ma'am, please tell us some tips. Akshay, I would say practice talking in English first of all. Okay. Second is give as many interviews as you, because if you will give interviews, you will fail, you will stammer, you will be like, you will add some fillers in your interview. That is okay because This way, you will know that, where do you stammer. And as I said, always prepare a script. So if you already know, they will ask you the question, okay, okay, Akshay, introduce me yourself. This is a fixed question, which will always have a fixed answer. Then the next question is, okay, Akshay, pick up any project of your choice. Or, I saw this project in your resume. That will also is a fixed answer. You already should know the answer for that. So for that also, just write the answer in your one separate script. Okay. Minute is asking, I'm not a computer science student and I want to go. Definitely, Minute, as I told you, we as data scientists, we as a company, we don't care if you were previously working as HR or if you were a housewife or if you were, in arts or if you were an Instagram influencer and one day you just realize that you want to be a data scientist. We just don't care. I just want that tomorrow when I bring you to a client, you should not make me feel ashamed. And for that, you should have some knowledge, which I can test you in your interview. Mansi, the only way to become master in DSA is by practice. First day you will fail, 100th day you will fail. 200th day, you will on your own know why you are applying a particular logic in the DSA. Tanishka, what level of project? So, Tanishka, yes, you can. So, for example, when COVID happened, people crazily created projects on COVID. So that is whatever is trending in the market, you can obviously create the project on that. Like right now, ChatGPT is trending right now. LLM models are trending. Or if you know any other, topic that is trending, you can just look for projects on that and you can create a project on it. Avinash, no, it is not necessary to learn AWS, Azure, or GCP. I have learned these clouds in my job only. Whenever a project came on these cloud environments, then only I learned these. I did not learn these things in my college. Okay, Anil, I don't know what you have written. Can you please decrypt this in English? Akshay, knowing everything about something and something about everything will help a lot. Very rightly said, Akshay. Thank you, Tanmay. Can you please tell the roadmap for data scientists? So, Anshul, I did share the roadmap with you earlier. Then you need to first start with the programming language, preferably Python, then take up statistics, then machine learning, parallelly do some projects on it, and then start applying for jobs. Ma'am, did you code in Python when you cracked Infosys? Yes, Tanishka, as far as I remember in my interview, they did ask me a C++ question, I think, because at that time, in college, I was doing coding in C++. Okay. Avinash, is it necessary? Okay, Avinash, I've answered that. Anil has civil branch, but I want to get software side, ma'am, your help, please. Yes, Anil, as I said earlier, that you can transition into data science. You just need the skills. So if you want, I can help you with the mentorship. You can connect with the pre-placed team and we can connect and I can help you with the mentorship for that. Shruti, yes, definitely you can apply for the beginner job. As I said, in a company, there are three levels. One is beginner, one is mid-level, one is senior level. We want someone who will do the beginner jobs. So please come, Shruti. We want beginners to help us with the beginner jobs. Anil, only Java and Python preparation out is enough. Yes, Anil, I think I answered it enough that, at least since you are focusing a data science kind of job, so please prefer Python, have ample amount of practice and knowledge on Python. Shruti, also, ma'am, how do you judge the level of your project or how do you call yourself well prepared to apply for job? Shruti, as I said, you are never well prepared. So what you basically have to do is have confidence. As I said, that whenever you are 60% ready, the with your syllabus, whatever you had in mind, you obviously preparing a list that I will cover all. This is my syllabus to study for data science or for machine learning or whatever the thing you are picking up. So whenever you are 60% ready, just start with it. So Apina, your approach basically should be that you should be good in coding. As far as I remember, at time for the freshers, what companies basically, the company already knows you don't know anything. You have never worked in IT, and in college also they hardly give you any IT experience. They have just some boring projects, some boring teachers, and some boring curriculum. Okay, they're already aware of that because yes, they were also in college once, if you don't believe them. But so how do they judge you? They will just ask you very simple. So I think Bala Guruswamy is the C or C++ book. that people refer to in college. So something on lines of that, okay, and maybe some analyst questions. I mean, analytical questions like 10 men did this job in 10 hours, 20 women did this. How much 10 women and 20 women will do it now? So these kind of aptitude questions, I would say. Okay. Uh, Okay, if you said difference between data analyst and data scientist. So as I explained it earlier, data analyst is a very specific term where you only do analyzing jobs. Data scientist is a broad term where you build models, you do all the prediction. Up enough to get a good package in data science, you have to be good in all the skills. You need to know whatever you write in the resume, you should know all these things. And to become a data architect, so data architect is like a managerial position. Data architect means you can, so the client will come to you that I want to build this model. They don't know themselves how to build it. So to create a technical roadmap on how this project should be built, that is what a data architect does. So you should have this knowledge that what should be step one, step two, because the engineers, they will know how to do this stepwise. You will tell them this is step one, this is step two. Okay. Okay, minutes fresher salary, there is no cap in it. As I said, it all depends upon your skill. If you are good, they will give you a lot of money. But if you are not good, they will not pay you much. Okay, Abhinav, I already shared the roadmap. Probably the pre-placed team will share it with you. Tejas, is it good to copy and paste the code sometimes? Tejas, if you will copy and paste right now, how will you do it in the company? Do you think then also the copy paste will work for you? So just think upon it. Copy and paste will not work every time. Okay, so I think we are done with the questions now. Okay, Abhinav has one question: how to find good data analyst companies and apply for foreign roles? So Abhinav, there are proper websites for foreign companies also. You just need to be connected to those foreign platforms. I do not have knowledge of those foreign job sites. You can just look for approach LinkedIn, I would say. See on LinkedIn how people do. They do put some suggestions also. Tanishka, did you do any other course apart from your college? So, Tanishka, I actually got this data science knowledge from my company only. In Infosys, I was actually trained in data science, and I did projects from Kaggle, from my company, that actually helped me transform to data scientist. Minute is asking, ma'am, percentage is important. No, Minute, percentage is not at all important. If it had been important, I would be on top right now. But percentage is not important. Even with your 57 percentage, we don't have any problem. We just want, as I said, that whenever I, take you to the client, at Minute will be doing this work. You should not make me feel ashamed, or I should not be doing the work on your behalf. I just want this. I don't care whether you want 57 or 97%. Abhinav is how to ask for referral from a person who is a HR. So, Abhinav, I would say approach them on LinkedIn. Say, hi, hi, Danishka. This is Abhinav. I found you on LinkedIn. I'm actually a data scientist. I have this much years of experience. I'm currently looking out for a job. If you have something in mind, please do reach out to me. Please find attach my resume. Will data specialization by Google a good course to start for data science? Yes, Vijit, you can do it. As I said, that this will give you theoretical knowledge, but please make sure you do the capstone project, because if you will not do the capstone project, you will not have the practical knowledge on it. Ma'am, should be there in any number of hours project. Shruti, I don't think so there is any number of hours of project, because I don't care how many hours or how many days or weeks you took to complete a project. I just want that whatever project you did there, whatever you have written in resume, you should know that. Whatever question I ask you, you should know that. Ma'am, is resume should be in a single page. Venkat, I would say that please prefer that the resume is one pager only, because as I said, the resume, the HR and the interviewer, they don't have much time to read your 2 or 3 pager resume. Okay. Any other questions for me? Lastly, I'll just once again share my LinkedIn profile with you guys. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Sure, Abhinav. We can connect through the mentorship that Preplace provides us. We can connect there. I can help you with the resume, and I can help you with all the preparation strategies there. So thank you everyone for your time today. This is all from my side today. So hopefully we probably would connect again soon, sooner or later. And the pre-placed team will get back to you. So as I said that I'll be opening 10 slots for mentorship by end of the session. So you can just reach out to pre-placed team and ask them how to get this mentorship. So thank you so much for your time today, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Anushka. Shall we end the meeting?
Yes, we can have the meeting, and everyone will get their meeting recording over emails by tomorrow. And if anybody has any sort of doubts or queries or want to take a like mentorship session with Neha Bansal, you can directly book a free trial session through this link. I have shared the link in the chat box. You can book a trial session. She has 7 slots vacant for this month, so you can just directly book a free trial session. And thank you so much, Neha, for conducting such a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. You were a lovely audience today. Thank you so much.